Hey, it's David Annakie, and today I just wanted to speak to you about how important it is to actually spend time with yourself, and also to expand on how important it is to understand the concept of the power of now. The Power of Now happens to be a book that is written by Eckhart Tolle. It's an extremely powerful book, and one that may get you a little bit confused, but I just wanted to expand on it a little bit in my own words as to what I have gathered from that book that I've read several times. And I recently read it again, and the power of now is so important for every one of you that is watching this. It's all about not living your life in the past. And we tend to actually live our lives in the past way too much. By living our lives in the past, what happens is that we keep reliving the pain that we've been through. We're not able to actually forgive. There's nothing wrong with not forgetting. However, forgiving is extremely important. You've got to live in the now. What's happening right now, not what is happening in the past or will happen in the future. What happened rather in the past or will happen in the future. Because think about everything that has happened in the past. Whether or not it's positive or negative, the negatives are what really impacts you and give you a lot of pain. Even if you think about a positive, you think about a positive, and if you're not getting what was positive in the past, now it creates pain. So I know this is getting a little bit confusing. However, the reality of it all, as to what I'm saying and what the book is all about and how I live, and it has really changed my life, is about living for now, not living for the past, not living for the future. And once again, it sounds confusing, but if you're living now, you are creating the past and you are creating the future. So, ideally, let me put it this way. Stop reliving the past and stop trying to live the future. Just do now. So if it's all about getting up and going out and doing something positive, then do it. If it's all about picking up the phone and calling someone that you love or care about, then do it. If it's all about relinquishing judgments and thoughts that's affecting you, relinquish them and live now. So I've been wanting to talk about the power of now on this social media platform. However, I knew it would be a little bit confusing, so I implore you. No, I'm not an ambassador for Eckhart. I just want to share with you some of the values that I've gained from actually reading that book and exercising it. Now, keep in mind, of course, there are going to be times when we tend to forget. Just read the book again. You can read it online, or you can pick up a hardcover. It's always good to have a hardcover. But it really has changed my life. And The Power of Now, powerful book, recommended to someone. Also, you need to spend time with yourself. You need to block out at least half an hour to 45 minutes a day to meditate and clear your mind of the past, clear your mind of the negative thoughts, and focus on what you want now. Focus on the things you want to bring about. Don't let your mind trick you into thinking that that's where you really are. No, you are really here, now, executing now. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. Yes, we do know what the past brought. However, we can't live in the past. We're living in the now. Here I am today, David Annakie, being as confusing as ever. And also at the same time, do what makes you happy. For example, in relationships, a relationship can never be successful until you accept what your partner is all about. And for some of us, that's very hard. People come with their own feelings, emotions, ways. If you want your relationship to be successful, you've got to accept it or not, living in the now. So you may choose to accept it, you may not choose to accept it, but still live in the now. Don't force it. Let it go. Move on. Or work with it. Accept it. It's the same thing when it comes to business. All right? You can't fit a square peg in a round hole. And how I operate with my business, and sometimes it tends to be very shrewd. If you have employees and they are not doing what it is that needs to be done, not necessarily because of training, but because of their personality of not acting in the now, you've got to release them. So if they're not acting as to what is happening now, you've got to let them go. I had a meeting with my staff, and whenever customer service issues would come up, they would complain that there is a customer service issue. However, the person is in a customer service position. And I would say, think about it. No one in the world, okay, would need or would have a job if there weren't issues and or problems. The reason why people have jobs is because there's an issue, there's a problem, there's an execution that needs to be done. So the moral of what I'm saying is, you can't necessarily keep people that's not doing what needs to get done now. It's either you put them in a position where they can excel, or you release them. So you've got to accept people for what they really are and actually utilize their services, utilize what it is, utilize rather their strengths and not focus on their weaknesses. Hopefully you've learned something from this. I want people to actually start getting a grasp of their lives. This whole COVID pandemic situation that has happened this year have really changed and really shaped lives. But if we start focusing more as to now, our lives now can be better now. And that's what this is all about. Hence the reason why I'm doing this now. I hope you all have yourself an amazing day. I am David Squeeze Annakie, and I am looking forward in doing more of this. Pick up the book, The Power of Now. It will change your life. For those of you who are wondering why you are stagnated, why you're not moving ahead, is because you are thinking of the past. You're thinking of the bad things. You're thinking also in the future where fear is concerned, and fear will destroy you. When I say it will completely obliterate you, you need to think about now. In the present, you've got to live in the present. You can make the change in the present. You can do something in the present. You can't do anything about the past. Live in the now. David Squeeze Annakie, that's who I am. And thank you so much for watching this. If you have questions, feel free to DM me or call me on my cell or text me, WhatsApp me, whatever. All right? Hopefully you have an amazing day. And remember, live in the present. Remember the power of now. Thank you.